This is Joe Wayne with the ACP 313. I'm back. That's right. That's right, Dirty Don. That's right, Don the Dingleberry Lemon. That's right, Don the Dickhead, as AJ has coined you. I'm back. And Don, I need to ask you a very simple and very direct question. I would appreciate a very simple and very direct answer. Hey, Don, why are you trying to gaslight America? Why are you trying to gaslight everyone in the Republic? But first, I know a lot of you are trying to figure out what does it mean by gaslight? If you're like me, you're probably scratching your head, or if you're really like me, you're probably scratching your ass right now and trying to figure out. You know, you've heard that term before. A lot of people have used it, but not a lot of people really know where it came from. They don't know the origins or the meaning of the term. They just know a lot of people throw it around. The term gaslight, it originates in the systematic psychological manipulation of a victim by her husband in the 1938 play Gaslight, also known as Angel Street in the United States. Now, the film adaptations, one starring Ingrid Bergman, they were released in 1940 and in 1944. In the story of a husband that attempts to convince his wife and others that she is insane by manipulating small events of their environment and insisting that she is mistaken, remembering things incorrectly, or delusional when she points out these changes. The original title stems from the dimming of the gaslights in the house that happened when the husband was using the gaslights in the flat above, searching for the jewels belonging to the woman who he had murdered. The wife correctly notices the dimming of the gaslights and discusses it with her husband. But he insists, of course, he wasn't looking for anything, especially her jewels. She merely imagined it, and a change in the level of the illumination. So now you know the etymology or the origin and the meaning of gaslight and exactly what Dirty Don was doing whenever he called out our president. Not only our president, but the etymology and the meaning of the word nationalist, right? So our president, knowing because he has the finger right on the pulse of the people, he knows what we want to hear because he's one of us. That's right. Now, the president went out. He was in my hometown last night. Very, very, very exciting. Yep. A very exciting rally was held. Yep. By all of his fans, adoring fans. People, mind you, they came from all 50 states, folks. There was an estimated 100,000 plus, and I can tell you, folks, I was there. There was over 100,000, but there was 100,000 at least that RSVP'd to the event last night, the Ted Cruz rally. Now, in that rally, because you got to remember, we're very patriotic here in Texas, and especially in the greater Houston area. Our president, knowing this, was speaking to his people whenever he exclaimed very proudly, loudly and proudly, that he was a nationalist. Now, he didn't run away from this term that the left has been trying to minimize and put negative connotations to. He didn't run away from this because he knows this is not a racist term, because that's what the left tries to tell you. They try to tell you, if you claim to be a nationalist, that you're nothing more than a KKK racist member, right? Nothing could be further from the truth. Because nationalism just means that you love the nation that, has given you everything. So you want to give back, and you love that nation, right? It's not a bad thing, Dirty Don. That's not a bad thing. But the left wants to make it a bad thing. They want to make us on the right, and they want you to believe, if you have, a love for the country, if you have a love for the nation state that, gave you everything, the last refuge of this world for all of us who love freedom and liberty and basic human rights and dignity. So for all of us, we love this nation that is still the number one nation, the number one exporter of freedom, liberty, and fairness. Hey, why do you think all of those migrants want to get here? They want to get here because they do know how generous this country is, how welcoming this country is. But guess what, guys? You're not simply looking for a better life. You're looking to take everything that we built, everything that we exported to the world. You want to take. You want to claim for your own, so that you can gobble it up and shit it out the way you gobble up resources wherever you go, from town to town, like a horde of locusts, until you destroy that locale, and then you move to another locale and destroy that locale. It is like a horde of locusts that were programmed and paid by Soros and the globalists, that, they're not interested in spreading any of the wealth, any of the prosperity around. They're just not. But Don Lemon wants you to think that this country, the most generous country in the world, remembering, folks, that we already let in more legal immigrants to this country than any other, hell, than all other nations around the world. Just wrap your head around that, folks. The United States of America, the republic for which we stand, we already take in more legal immigrants each year, meaning they take the oath legally. They do it the right way, so we know who they are. We already take in more legal immigrants than every other country in the world combined. So don't tell me, Dirty Don, that we are a bad or racist country, because we are not. Don't try to gaslight us, Dingleberry, Dickhead Don. Don't try to make us think that we're racist, or that we're not generous, or that we hate people from other countries. This is not a white-black thing, folks. This is a power grab. Just like the power grab of Obamacare, that this president, you should thank your lucky stars that this president got rid of the employee mandate and the individual mandate, right? I mean, Obamacare is still there, but in name only. Because the Supreme Court already told us that they can't force us They can't force us to go along with the Medicaid expansion. Remember that? Of course, you probably don't, because a lot of you, unfortunately, don't have a memory anymore. This guy does. And I know, Dirty Don, I know that my president is not crazy. You're trying to make him think he's crazy. You're trying to gaslight him and the rest of the country. Whenever you put a negative spin on the word nationalist. Hey, Don, if you think loving America is a negative thing, then why don't you pick a country, pick any country out there that you think has done more for humanity and move there? I'm sure that we would be glad to get a GoFundMe for you to get the hell out. Stop trying to gaslight us, Dirty Don. We're not crazy. My president is a nationalist. I am a nationalist. And for anybody listening to this that is not a nationalist, if you're an anti-nationalist and you think we're evil, then pick a country, any country, and we'll help you move there. Guarantee you, we'll help every one of you move there. But just like every leftist loser celebrity who promised us, promised us they were going to move out if Trump was elected, they're still here. You can't believe them, and you can't believe Dirty Don. Hey, guess what? We're not the ones that are crazy. We are not the ones that are running around the country with our hair on fire and bugs in our eyes. We're not the ones that are dressed in black with our faces covered like a bunch of little weasels who have to cover their faces because they are committing crimes all over the place. They are rioting. They are going around chanting, no USA anymore, right? No Trump, no wall, no USA at all. No Trump, no wall, no USA at all. No Trump, no wall, no Antifa at all. That's what I say. I say yes Trump, yes wall, no Antifa or Black Lives Matter or leftist party at all. That's what I say. I say, Soros, take your little minions and why don't you go buy you a fucking island somewhere and you can be the dictator of Dickhead Island with Dirty Don sitting at your feet, being the lapdog of the left that he is. Yeah, I said it and I stand by it. That being said, folks, don't be a lapdog. Please don't be a lapdog. Don't be gaslighted, number one. Don't let Don Lemon make you think you're crazy because you love America. Don't let Don and the loser left force you into not believing your lying eyes. Because guess what? Your eyes are not the ones that are lying. It is the left that is lying to you. It is the left that is trying to convince you that you're crazy for having values. It is the left and the globalist, the UN, that is trying to force all of their little minions in MS-13, all of the cartel members, all of the chaos that they bring with them. Yeah, it's the left and the UN that's trying to force this invasion on the country. I can guarantee you, folks, this time they will go no further. This time we either stop them or we can stick a fork in the US because we will be done. So get out there, do your job. Folks, we already have them on early voting, right? Now, typically it's the left, that gets the early voting, right? And gets mobilized. Well, we beat them on early voting. And we're also going to play cleanup on election day because that's what we do. That's right. We're not crazy. We're not mentally deficient. We are the core of this country. We are the ones that get up each and every single solitary day, pull our boots up, go to work, pay the bills, take care of our families, and take care of this country. We are the builders and creators of society. And we will not let you and your lunatic leftist horde destroy everything. You shall not go any further. Mark my words. My president, yeah, he stands with me. He's one of us. That's why you're so scared. That's why you're so desperate. That's why you have to import an invading horde to try to do what Obama and all the rest of the loser left and all of the establishment rhino members could never do. What Antifa and Black Lives Matter couldn't do, all of your agitators, all of your paid mobsters, and that's what they are. They don't want jobs. They're a mob. For those of us who actually have a job, we're not involved in a mob. We actually have a set time to get up and go to work and come home. And yes, we do like to work overtime. And thanks to Donald Trump and the ginormous tax bonuses and all of the trickle down, right, economics that trickle down to the people whenever he did that ginormous tax cut and jobs bill. Remember that? Don't forget. It's the people on the right, and we are right, that pay it forward. It's people on the left who will leave you holding the bag every time and take everything they can from you. See, the right does tax cuts. The left, yeah, they raise your taxes. So if you're tired of winning, and if you're tired of all of the extra income, if you're tired of actually getting to work a full-time job with benefits because Obamacare has been expelled from the empire, thank you, Donald Trump, my president. If you're tired of truly progressing for the first time in years, if you're really tired of winning, if you're tired of having real hope, go ahead and vote Democrat. But if you're not tired, if you still think that our best years are ahead of us rather than behind us, then go out there and do your job and vote Republican. Because this may be the last chance to rescue the Republic from itself. This is Joe Wayne. Good day and good luck.
This is CNN, the most trusted name in news.